Welcome to our short introduction to CodeMeter Cloud. First, I would like to give you a brief overview of CodeMeter technology and explain how CodeMeter Cloud fits into the overall CodeMeter ecosystem. On the left, we have you as the software vendor. On the right, we have your customer, who is supposed to receive licenses from you. Between the two, we have CodeMeter License Central for distributing licenses. We also have the license portal, which will play an important role later in the distribution process. And then, in the license storage area, you can see one of the key elements of the entire concept, our different types of license containers. We originally started with CM dongles. These are secure storage devices for licenses based on a smart card chip integrated into the dongle. Later, we also introduced purely software-based licenses, known as CM Act licenses. These are implemented entirely in software, but they are bound to specific hardware properties of the computer. And finally, we introduced our new cloud containers, which are available in two variants. The first is CodeMeter Cloud Lite, a REST API that enables licensing, for example, for software as a service applications. The second is the full CodeMeter Cloud solution, which provides the complete feature set, including encryption, decryption, signature creation, and signature verification. This makes it fully compatible with the functionality you already know from CM dongles and software-based licenses. This short introduction will show you how easy it is to work with these cloud licenses. I have prepared a few things for this demo. The CodeMeter Cloud Dashboard is the central point of access when you want to work with our cloud licenses. It is essentially the starting point for the whole process. Using this dashboard, I can create a license container in our AWS data center, which will later hold the licenses. This exact data center depends on the region or regions in which you want to provide your licenses. Today, we support Europe with the Frankfurt region, as well as Tokyo, with additional regions in preparation. For this demo, I will create a cloud container in Frankfurt. I will give it the name My First Cloud Container, and that is basically all I need to do at this point. As a result, I receive a credential file, which I will now download. This credential file contains the encrypted and secured access data for the specific container, as well as the target URL where the container can be found. I will download the credential file now and move it onto my system. Our CodeMeter runtime service is the central access point for all licensed containers on a system. As you can see, I already have a dongle connected. I will now drag the credential file into the CodeMeter runtime service, and as you can see, the cloud container is added to the list of available licensed containers. So I now have a dongle connected to my system, but I also have a cloud license available on the system. The cloud license behaves exactly as you're used to from other CodeMeter license containers. From the perspective of your application, there is no difference between a connected CM dongle and a purely software-based license or a cloud license like the one we are using here. The only difference is the serial number. We can also see that the status of the cloud container is now connected. This means that the container exists in the data center and can actually be accessed. Licenses can be programmed using the standard CodeMeter options, including simple tools such as the license editor included in our SDK, or the CMU command line tool, which can also be used to create and manage licenses. But the more interesting option, and for this we will go back to the presentation, is to use CodeMeter License Central. License Central is our central license management tool, and it can also be used to create and fill these cloud containers with licenses. The idea behind this is that you will naturally want to integrate license creation and administration into your company's back office systems. In practice, this means that an order comes into your CRM or ERP system, and the order should result in a license being issued to a customer. In License Central, this is typically done with a ticket ID, an alphanumeric code, usually separated by hyphens. This ticket ID acts as a very strong password that enables the customer to activate their license in a license container. In this demo, we will focus on activation into a cloud container. The License Portal is built on top of License Central and provides the different options of a self-service portal. I have already prepared this for the demo. I have created a ticket for the end customer, and the customer has received this ticket together with the URL for the evaluation portal. In the portal, I give the customer the option to activate this ticket. For demo purposes, I have set up the license in License Central in such a way that I can activate it into the different types of CodeMeter license containers. Let us take another look at the CodeMeter runtime service. We can see that both components are already available, and I will now activate the license into a cloud container. If the cloud container has not already existed, in this case, I created it earlier and added it to the system, it would have been created automatically as part of the activation process. When I activate the license, the process works just as you know it from software-based licenses. A fingerprint is created and sent to the License Central together with the ticket. License Central then returns an update file, and this update file is applied to the cloud container during the activation process. Now, when I start the CodeMeter runtime service again and look into the cloud container, we can see that a license has been activated into the cloud. In this example, it is product code 201000, a sample notepad single user license. This license can now be used directly from the cloud. And that is how simple the process is. The cloud dashboard is the straightforward way to create and manage cloud containers. With the License Portal and License Central, you have the full solution, allowing you to automate both the creation of cloud containers and the transfer of the credential file into the customer's CodeMeter runtime service. CodeMeter Cloud is very easy to use and can also be seamlessly combined with CM dongles or CM-ACK licenses. For more information, please visit our website or contact our sales team. Thank you for your time and have a great day.